All right, guys. Good morning to you. Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here at home. In fact, I'm getting ready to head on into the station as we've got showers and thunderstorms headed our way for today. You can see the bigger picture here and actually see some moisture offshore. This is all going to rotate through the area today. The chance for severe weather is starting to increase a little bit. We've already seen some hail up here in the Bellevue area, about quarter-inch size hail from earlier today. Nothing major, but that can obviously cause a little bit of damage. You can see that happen in the Marion County area earlier. But here are the storms now, and we are starting to watch this one offshore of Pasco County. Had a little bit of rotation in it. I'm not seeing a whole lot at this particular point, but there's definitely the possibility for that to happen. So in these situations, what happens is you could end up getting water spout out there or something like that. But all in all, you can see that we've got rain heading our direction. So certainly going to be a lot rainier today than what it was yesterday, especially north of I-4. But I'll show you the model in a little bit. I think all of this green that you see offshore is going to be coming through here as we get going into the afternoon hours. Grant's in right now. He will have the latest at noon. And in fact, I'll probably be there sometime during the noon. But Grant will have the very latest for you on the noon show. So tune in to 10 noon. We'll have the forecast model. Let me show you a model here for us. Let's see here. This is the high frequency, high resolution model. It's updated hourly, basically. So you can see the storms coming through now. This is noon. And then watch what happens as we go through the afternoon hours. That's about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So if this holds, this is a little bit slower, so this is saying 4 o'clock, but I would say it's closer to about 3 o'clock that the heart of it really gets in here. And then it tends to fall apart as it comes through the area. The model's been pretty consistent on that. But certainly north of I-4, I mean, Hernando, Citrus County, that right there, 2, 3 o'clock is some pretty good thunderstorms coming through, and that'll be our best chance for severe weather. So again, the Storm Prediction Center could possibly be issuing a severe thunderstorm watch for our area. Of course, we'll let you know, and I'll have a post that comes to my Facebook page here. But that just means if you see that and it's a watch, it just means that conditions are favorable for some strong storms. It doesn't mean necessarily we have one in the area. That would be a warning. Severe thunderstorm warnings are when we have winds of 58 miles per hour or higher. It's half-inch hail, and that's about it. Yeah, gusty winds and hail. Crystal River here. What's up, Phyllis? How are you? Extreme wind gusts right now, Steve says. Where are you, Steve? Hi, Diane and Lakeland. How are you? Hudson's here. Let me get you back out to the radar here while I'm reading some of these. There we go. So yeah, I don't see anything severe out there right now, but certainly there is some out there. I'm going to add something here. I want to show you something. Look at some of these storms that are out there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you this in 3D. This is that cell offshore. I'm going to have to add another source here. So this is that cell offshore. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see it here. You can see the little box right there on the left-hand side. That's what that is. And so what we're linking here is basically the storm. There it is. So this area here, which is the back of the storm, is still out west. So you can see the coast is over here. That has some hail in it. And in fact, we've seen a little reports of hail, as I mentioned earlier. I'm not seeing a whole lot in there. As far as rotation goes, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of that either, but that is certainly something that we're going to be watching. And now if there was a water spout in here, you'd see it down here near the bottom. It'd be a lot easier to see. So I don't see anything like that. By the way, the bottom of your screen here is the Pasco County coastline looking west. Okay, so you're just basically looking at the storm coming right at you. So not seeing anything major with this particular one. Here's the heart of the storm. You can see which is offshore. Now we're looking north. Okay, that's like looking down on it. But this thing's up there about 44,000 feet or so. So it's getting up there. It's a pretty decent storm. And they're going to flare out over the water, then they'll come back. But that's just what we're watching for. So individual cells, when you look at this, you can see we've got pretty good cells out there moving into the area. So that's what we're going to be watching for that to be pushing through the area. Good news is it looks like to me that that's actually starting to come down just a little bit. So good there. All right, let's come back over here. Bring you back into this Pasco and Hernando County area. Weeki Wachee, you can see it's coming through now, and especially down towards Hudson. They're trying to drift off towards the northeast. They're moving, what's this saying? It's not telling me what it's moving at. But they're going to drift onshore, and what you see these little triangles, there's a possibility of hail, probability of hail in those, and that's kind of what we're looking at, but nothing severe at this particular point. I think they'll be kind of strong over here on the East Coast up towards Daytona Beach, which is actually seeing some pretty good thunderstorms now. If you're south of I-4, we have not seen much. We'll see a few showers pop up. The winds are actually going to stay out of the southwest throughout the day, so that's going to give us a pretty good chance to move all these off to the north and the east, and that's why I think the better chance for storms is going to be I-4 northward. But what's out here offshore, that has to come through, and so that's our afternoon. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here now. I just want to kind of give you a quick update as what to expect in Hernando County, Steve. Yeah, you're starting to get some of those storms in there now. Tampa Palms is sunny. Yeah, good. Ridge Manor's looking good. Well, probably getting some rain there soon. Carroll and St. Pete, how are you? Sun's still shining in Dunedin. Yeah, it's breezy there. Definitely breezy in Dunedin. I can hear it. I'm not too far from you. It's pretty breezy out here. Not too bad. Maybe it's just these trees are right here. A little breeze. All right, that's it. What time we got? 11:15. Ground will be on in 45 minutes with the latest update and the latest model run. I just showed you that model run that was there as well, too. Here it is one more time. Timing shows that right around, say, 1 to about 4 o'clock is the best chance for these to come through. And then things will begin to fall apart. But severe weather-wise, that would be the best chance to see that. Let me get into something here for you. Here's the day one from the Storm Prediction Center. You see this red here? That's saying that we could have some possibility for severe weather. So that's why there's a chance. And I think they just put out a discussion saying something that there's going to be about an 80% chance that they put out a severe thunderstorm warning for us. Let's just go right back to the page. Yeah, so they've got us in a slight risk for today. You can see that there, the yellow. So that's a 2 out of a 5. It's not terrible, but it's possible. And it's just about the strongest that we've had on the map, too. There's a place like it in Texas and one up there in so categorical, that's what it is. This is the chance for tornadoes, about 2%. Wind gusts, that's up to 15%, excuse me. So that's the major threat. And there is a small chance for hail, too. Right now, it's 5%. So by far, our biggest threat today is going to be gusty winds and some hail. But 2% for tornadoes, can't rule that out. And you know how it is with us coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. It's a waterspout. When you see something like 2%, that means it's a lot easier for those things to rotate out over the Gulf of Mexico. And so that's why we're watching it. Let's go back. I do want to go back to that radar just real fast because I want to show you. Let's look at this. Let's do this one. So we're looking over here, and I don't see any big-time rotation out there, so that's pretty good news. We're looking right there. So we're in this area here. You can see the cells, the individual cells. This one right here, there's just not much there. This one here, there was earlier, but I'm not seeing a whole lot right now, so that's very good. But that's something that we'll be watching. Let's throw this in there. So you see this. What we're looking for here is when we have some bright greens next to some darker reds, or brighter reds actually. And what that's indicating, this is green is, let me look at, green is coming towards the radar, red is going away from the radar. So if you have rotation, you're going to get a bunch going towards right next to a bunch going away. Now, if you look out over here where the radar is, you see all the green on the southwest side of the radar and red on the other side. The wind and the storms are blowing from the southwest to the north and the east. And so you can clearly see that line there. So that makes sense. Now, we just don't want to see anything here. We're looking in these individual cells like you see here, and we don't want to see anything here. So right now we're looking pretty good. All right, guys. Let's get you back. Let me show you one last look at just the regular radar. Put it in motion for you, and we'll see you from the Weather Center. I'll probably start a live Facebook thing going there later this afternoon, just a couple hours from now. Grant might even already have one up there. Haven't checked yet. Fort Myers, what is going to happen here? Not a whole lot. There will be some storms coming through. You may have seen that model come through. A lot of it's going to fall apart, but certainly watch for some thunderstorms late this afternoon at 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 o'clock. It's going to take a little bit longer for those storms to get down there. Brandon area, it's the same thing. All right, guys. All right, have a good one.